Hello everyone. I wanted to film an update on my stitching. I have a couple finishes and a lot of starts. I finished my Holly Hobby. I framed it. I'm keeping it on my desk. I don't know how bad the glare is. To remind me of my mother. I think it turned out really cute, although this is painted fabric. I followed a tutorial to do it. I don't think that I will use that kind of fabric again, or do that process, because it was terrible to get the needle through the fabric, plus framing. It was so stiff. But anyway, it's finished and I think it turned out really nice. I also, excuse me, finished my Once Upon a Time sampler that you can see in front of you. I can't believe I never finished this. When I was going through everything to set up my January starts, I found this in one of my containers, so I finished it. I did change some things on it. I didn't put the date at the bottom, and I changed like the months, Snow White, Jack, Frog Prince, things like that. But I think it turned out really cute. And my daughters want it on their wall. You can see I had to put this cotton on the sides because I didn't have enough fabric, and I saw this tutorial how to stretch it by adding the fabric, so I did that. And when I find the frame I want, I'm going to frame it and put it in their room. I also worked some more on my mother-in-law's Mirabilia, the September Sapphire. This, of course, is what it's supposed to look like. I'm still waiting for the beads, the Kreinik, however you want to say it. I ordered it from Stitching Bits and Bobs, or one of those places. I don't even remember, but I haven't received that. But I did work on it some more, and I changed the hair. I thought it was a reddish, but it was more brown, and my mother-in-law has red hair, so this is more in keeping with her natural shade. But anyway, I thought, I think it's turning out nice. I also started my rotation in alphabetical order. Not completely, because I had other things that I added in, but I started, this is my French pattern. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's completed. And of course, I did a little bit more on this. I also worked on my Alice in Wonderland. This is what it's supposed to look like. And this is how much more I have finished. The next is, this one is called Boudoir. I worked on this last year, but I did a lot, and the skin just looked really weird. I didn't like how it was coming out, but I pulled it back out. This is how much I have finished. I don't know if you can see. Well, this right here is not finished, but her skin, I did it 1/1. I don't know. It just looks kind of odd. So I think I'm going to take, I know it's a lot, but I'm taking this out because it just looks, it doesn't look right to me. I love the work or the pattern. So I think I'm going to take that out. So also, what's next? Doctor Who clock. Of course, lots of people have done this. This is what it's supposed to look like. And I didn't keep up. I joined the stitch along, but I didn't keep up with it. This is how much I have finished. And I made a terrible mistake. I'm doing it 10 stitch. But my son, he's 13. He doesn't really care. The stitches are all obviously supposed to go one way. I think it's this doctor. His stitches are going the wrong way compared to the other ones. But anyway, I showed it to my son, and he didn't point that out. So he's like, well, I didn't even notice. So anyway, that's how much I have finished on that. And that was the rotation, the alphabetical rotation. Then I decided I'm stitching this pattern, the girl in the pearl earring, to enter into the state fair. I have a couple other things, but I don't know, I may not have the time for those, but I definitely want to stitch this. And I fuzz on everything. This is how much I have done. This is her face, obviously, the hairband, or wrap, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, that was a few hours worth of work in that. I also want to try and finish this Snow White by Jessica Wilcox Smith. I have a lot finished, so I really have been working at least an hour on this every single day, so I can get this finished. And I don't know how much I had done last time, but this is what I've almost all the top done, and I think it's really, I like the pattern. It's turning out really cute. Anyway, that scratching is my cat, sorry, trying to get in. Now, on to my starts. Now, I decided to, great, missing a block. I started to, or I'm making a quilt, excuse me. Oh, here it is. Oh, goodness. I'm making a quilt. Sorry about that. This is what I started January 1st, the Once Upon a Time sampler. And it turned out really, I put this stuff on, it's a little bit tight, but it washed, once the block was finished, it washed right off. I started this, and then of course I had different starts every day, but every day I went back and worked on this until I finished it. This is the second block. You can see how tight that gets, but I don't know, I guess once it's quilted, we'll see. And of course I went back and worked on that as well. This, I don't even know, I think this is the top, yeah. This is the third day, very, very little. I haven't gone back and worked on that again. I had some changes in what I was doing. I have a new stitching spot. I'd like to show that later. I'm still getting it together, but while I was organizing that, I was going through everything to, get it organized, and I found some patterns that I had wanted to stitch last year. This is one of them. The Calmady Sisters. I'd started that. I did a few stitches on it, but I restarted it again, or I started it again. And this is obviously very little, how much I have, a few hours on that one. I don't know how well this lighting is. The next is, I started this, Craft Village by Soda Stitch. It's so cute. I started in the middle with the little sewing machine. And this is how much I've finished on this one. The next, I don't know how many days that is, the Moonshiners. It's from the same company I got my Alice pattern from. And got something on it. This is how much I have accomplished. Obviously, you can't really tell what any of these, or most of these are, but it was a few hours. The next is, now this, it looks like the pattern, but this isn't the pattern. This is just a printout of the Rapunzel. And I have that much finished, very little. This I am doing 1/1. The other ones were 2/2. Wait for that. This is the next. Ever After. And that's how much. Sorry. You can barely see, but anyway, that's how much I finished on that. The next is, I'm going to try to pull the picture up on my Kindle Fire. The next is for a friend of mine who's a teacher. Oh, here we go. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. And this is what, of course, that's the little yellow fish, and that's the fish bowl, and that's the start of his hat. And I'm going to have a saying. I think there's a couple sayings, one about reading, then one about, I don't remember what the exact words, so I won't say it. I have another one. I don't have the picture because all I have is the pattern. Like I said, I made some changes in what I wanted to do. This is a piece of fabric I found at the fabric store, and I loved the design, the background. So, just like with the Once Upon a Time sampler, I used that material, put it on there, and what it is, it's a Belle and Boo design. I think it's something about Dove. I don't remember. It's a little girl, and I changed the dress. This is DMC satin. So, I wish I had the picture, but anyway, this is the little girl here in the red dress, and she has her hands out, and the dove will fly up into the trees. I don't know what I will do with it, but I just thought I would try it. I did miss a couple days because I got some stomach bug, so I think I might double up in the next day or two, so I can definitely have 31 starts. But anyway, that's what I have accomplished, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope everyone has a nice day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.